Hi, everybody. I hope you're doing good. So, welcome to the Day of the Dead, or All Saints Day, depending on what country you're in, your religion, that kind of thing. But it is something that is celebrated the day after Halloween, or just November 1st. So, not everybody has Halloween. And it is the day that we honor our ancestry and saints, but it is definitely popular in a lot of cultures and countries, and a lot of them celebrate it differently. In many cultures, there might be parades and lots of festivities, and many people create altars for their ancestors. And, I have celebrated it before. I really didn't have anything going on for today, but I have celebrated it in the past, and it is a day to think about your ancestors. And as far as like the tie-in with Halloween is kind of interesting, because Halloween was yesterday, and Halloween is known for, in the occult realms, that this is where the veil that separates this world and that world becomes thin, and it's at its thinnest. So it's interesting that cultures that don't even celebrate Halloween, in Asia, for instance, that this would be the day that they celebrate ancestry, because, the veil is the thinnest. So there's a lot more communication available. Now, don't come for me. I come from a different school of thought than a lot of people, but I do believe that is true. But it doesn't mean like my readings are better than any other day. I've never really experienced some euphoric woo-woo because it was Halloween. Oh my goodness, I got to do all this. It's really sunny. I have to go in for a coffee, and then when I come out, I'll tell you where I'm heading. I'm desperately going to need a coffee. Hello, Wawa. I'll be right back. Okay, mission accomplished. Really kind of funny because I really got mostly decaf because I took a Ritalin this morning. Okay, so sorry, I got distracted because Chris just sent me a good luck message, which was very sweet. So I'm heading to the church we belong to. It's Saturday morning, and they have a semi-annual psychic fair fundraiser. And I noticed they didn't have a full staff. So I offered my services because I usually do the fair, but I think they're calling it the Intuitive Arts at some point. I don't know, they changed the name of it, but it's a psychic fair. So, you know what? I'm not going that way. I just started to go to my office, so I need to turn around. So, anyway, I need to be upbeat. So I told them a while ago that I probably couldn't do it anymore, so they had stopped asking. But now that my shoulder is very close to being completely healed, and got my arm in a sweater today, yay, I feel like I'm going through a decent period right now, so I thought I would help out. And I haven't really done the fair probably for about a year. Yeah, because I was pretty sure I said no last year. So it's a semi-annual event. So I thought I would just take you along, sort of get me warmed up for the woo-woo. And I wanted to talk to you about, this is just really annoying, sorry. So I wanted to talk to you about a question I got. It was actually entered in the reading drawing, but it really wasn't personal questions. Vicky, thank you for your question. She wanted to know about spirit animals. She wanted to know specifically about pets. She had lost her dog, and can that be a spirit guide? So I get that question a lot, actually, or something similar to it. So I thought I would share that today in a brief video. I will say this, that I don't really believe in transmigration, and that is the thought that an animal can then become a human in reincarnation, and or that a human can become an animal. And I think the Rainbow Bridge is a great analogy. That was, I don't know, a concept that came into its own, I don't know, maybe a decade or so ago, maybe 2 decades. And it brings comfort, but I'm not so sure I believe in the Rainbow Bridge per se. I do believe that animals are like a group consciousness. And I think they're individuals, and I think they can reincarnate, but my teachings when I was younger was always that they were just like kind of separated, segregated. Is there a heaven just for animals? I don't know. But I'm open to the ideas. I mean, ancient Egypt believed that you had to go so many lifetimes as an animal before you could get promoted to being human. I don't know. I don't know that humans are any better than animals, to be honest with you, and in some cases, I don't think they are. And there are animals that know a whole lot more than we do. Okay, that's a different video. And I'm not ranting about it, it's just what I believe. So, as far as spirit guides, I don't believe that they serve as spirit guides, but they can be there for us in comfort, just like they were in life. And I also believe that, I believe in soul groups, and soul groups are our inner circles, the people that we're closest to. I do believe your pets can be part of your soul group that you are with maybe several times. There are, if you're a pet lover, maybe there is just that one pet you had. It was absolutely, you two were just inseparable. And I've loved all of my pets in the past, but there are 2 that I feel especially close to. Iggy being one of them, and a Shih Tzu I had named Luna. And she's on the other side now. But I absolutely believe that there's connection, and it's a connection that we don't lose. I hope that helps, Vicky. But we have spirit guides that, like, when we get here, we're already assigned to, or we've already chosen. I'm not sure which way that goes, but so much we don't know. But I'm just sharing my thoughts, and based on what I've been taught, what I have read, and I'm really not a hard ass when it comes to belief systems. You know that. I've talked about going to the buffet and choosing what resonates with you. And as long as it doesn't harm anybody else, I have no problem with that. So I think that, when I do a reading and if a pet comes in, I'm not an animal communicator per se. I don't specialize in something like that. But pets do often come in, and I think they're just special little beings. And I often see them sort of dancing around their humans. They want you to know they're there. There have been people that have felt their animals close by and they didn't need a medium to bring them in. And maybe that's what Vicky was feeling, that her pet, her dog, was close by. All right. It's been a while since I've come to this church, even though we're members. I don't actually go on Sundays quite as much anymore. But it's a lovely church. The stained glass windows, and it's like old world. I think it was a Baptist church at one time. In any case, it's a very energy-filled place with a lot of love, and they deserve that kind of support. And I hope they're doing something for the giving month of November. I'm sure that they are. Yeah, so that's that. I hope that answered your question. And if you have further questions, or anybody has questions about this topic, or ideas, beliefs, please share them below in the comments. I appreciate that. I do. I'm not popular enough that I can't read all the comments. I do read every single one. I don't always respond with more than a little heart, but just know that, I am reading your comments. So that's it for today. I'm going to go have a good time, see some people, try to not to make too many people cry. But be good to yourself today, okay? Honor your ancestors. Maybe just look at somebody's picture on the wall and just say hi. Acknowledge they're there. And Vicky, you can do that with your dog, even though, maybe not an ancestor, but somebody that you really love on the other side. All right, with that said, I'll see you later. Bye.